Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Spring 2025 Commanders Conference, and I really appreciate everyone being here. Today's agenda looks just a little bit different than previous Commanders Conferences, and there's a reason for that. It's intentional. Today is designed to be a little bit of a celebration this morning and a time of reflection this afternoon. I want to start by acknowledging several guests that we have in the back of the room. If you're here as a participant of the West Point Leadership class, would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. The reason why that's important is last summer I had the opportunity to sit for several days during week 3 of that class and observe the presentation of 5 capstone projects. Each of those projects and the teams that presented them were given great latitude to assemble or implement their ideas beyond the classroom and ultimately into KHP policy or protocol. And the very first project that came into being was a new system of peer recognition awards. This award was unique from every other award in KHP policy in that rather than being recognized for something heroic or something noteworthy, or achieving some statistical milestone, this award was broken down by field troop. It was nominated by a group of peers, and it quite simply is for upholding KHP's values. It's sort of an affirmation that the person who is nominated for this award displays character and personality traits that we all should aspire to emulate. And so, for the first time during the month of January, just last month, every sworn member without a leadership rank had the opportunity to vote for a peer whom they felt best represented and personified our motto of service, courtesy, and protection. And I'd like to call each of those troop level award winners up here to the stage. From Troop A, Derek Kaiser. From Troop B, Devlin Davis. From Troop C, Jacoby Williams. From Troop D, Dusty Tall. From Troop E, Stephen Edler. From Troop F, Connor Rule. From Troop G, Gage Cole. From Troop H, Pablo Delgadillo. And from Troop K, Tyler Hummel. What you may think is missing from that group is, what about the specialty troops? What was unique about this is what I just named off were host troops, but we actually have one winner today from Troop F, Connor Rule, who's a canine handler from Troop S. And what I think is really special about that is it begins to reflect a shift in the culture where there's really it doesn't matter what troop designator you wear on your collar. We're all one team. And Connor Rule was selected out of Troop S by his peers in Troop F as being a true team player. As the colonel passes out each of their plaques, I just want to highlight some of the recurring themes that were echoed throughout the nomination process. And as I read through these, Colonel, if you'd go ahead and like to give each of them their awards. I'm quoting from each of the nominations here. Goes above and beyond to ensure their fellow troopers are always 1036 and will come to the aid at the drop of a dime. Has shown incredible leadership skills in high-stress situations, always helping others, whether it's the public on a call for service or backing a trooper. Has a true passion for this job and has started a great reputation for himself. Always willing to help and put forward their best efforts. Always leading by example. Always ambitious to go put away criminals and has high activity. He's a motivator to go make the state a better place to work. He's shown a positive attitude towards work on a daily basis and is an encouragement to others. He's an outstanding trooper and even a better person. He's there for the people when they need him and is a great resource for cop work. Selfless service and commitment to the citizens of Kansas. A very highly motivated guy who has a good head on his shoulders and would do anything for anyone. Always there to listen and reminds me of a negotiator. Always willing to help, and is a great asset to the troop. I can't think of better examples of the type of culture that we have here at the Highway Patrol and I'm very appreciative of these troopers and officers for living the values that are important to me, important to the Highway Patrol, and important to the people of Kansas. There are so many people who work next to you each and every day who are also deserving, but it's impressive to me that you stood out to them and that they are willing to speak up on your behalf. Just as an example, each of those 9 troops will have one of these plaques hanging in their troop headquarters with the name of their troop winner every year, voted on every January. I want to move to the second part of this award, and as I do so, I'd like to invite retired Lieutenant Joe Vajgrt to the stage. As the executive staff was parsing through each of these Peer Recognition Award proposals, the idea really began to grow to let the peer recognition be at the troop level. Each of these award winners will be memorialized on that plaque in their host troop. But of these 9 winners, one would be selected each year for agency-wide recognition because their character was representative of someone that we all know and respect. In fact, this agency has been shaped over the years by the men and women who precede us. And anyone who's been associated with the patrol since really the late 70s will likely know Joe Vajgrt. I first met Joe in 1987 when I attended the Cadet Law Academy out at Schilling, and his leadership and decorum really stood out to me. 38 years ago, it caused me to seek him out later as a safety education speaker in my high school during a Students Against Drunk Driving symposium. I'm so happy that he agreed to do that because it was certainly impressionable, and it remains so to this day. Joe spent his 37-year career impacting those around him through his leadership, his mentorship, and his friendship. Many of those years were spent here at the Academy, whether he was assigned here or whether he was a visiting instructor, a coach, a field trainer, or just a friend. So in December, when this award process kicked off, as an exclamation point on the Peer Recognition Award, the Joe Vajgrt Legacy Award was born. It was born to honor his commitment to serving others. The award pays tribute to his legacy, and it celebrates those who have followed in his footsteps of exemplary service, integrity, community engagement, and good character. Each of these 9 candidates were automatically nominated for this high honor because each of the traits that were mentioned by their peers that I read were something that has been said over the years in one form or fashion about Joe. It's who he is, and it's how we want the patrol to be remembered. With much thought and deliberation, that winner became clear. So the first recipient of the Joe Vajgrt Legacy Award is Master Trooper Pablo Delgadillo. Master Trooper Delgadillo joined the Highway Patrol on June 16, 2019 as a member of Class 59. Beginning as a young recruit and up through his promotion to Master Trooper, he has consistently embodied service, courtesy, and protection. He's done so by serving as a drug recognition expert, an adjunct instructor at the Highway Patrol Training Academy, an adjunct recruiter, and a field training officer. His dedicated service to remove impaired drivers from Kansas roadways is remarkable, and the DRE services that he provides to our local law enforcement partners has undoubtedly saved lives. Master Trooper Delgadillo's service on the traffic stop team shows recruit troopers how to conduct traffic stops safely and thoroughly. His leadership ensures recruits are successful in the learning environment and beyond, and his leadership doesn't end at the academy. Master Trooper Delgadillo is also a field training officer, and he provides guidance by mentoring and teaching our trooper trainees to always perform their duties professionally, ethically, and with integrity. Master Trooper Delgadillo was recently the recipient of a life-saving award. after he selflessly entered a residence that was engulfed in flames, consumed with thick smoke, and helped the occupant who was stuck upstairs to safely evacuate. Master Trooper Delgadillo's life-saving actions that day demonstrates his compassion for the communities that he serves. Pablo, congratulations on this recognition, and thank you for continuing this legacy of service. And as part of that award, and because this training academy was so important to Joe Vajgrt, the Joe Vajgrt Legacy Award will now hang here at Troop J with the first winner in the first portion of the plaque, Master Trooper Daniel Delgadillo, 2024. Joe, I want to thank you for being here today. I want to thank you for creating a reputation of excellence. I want to thank you for inspiring each of us to always polish the badge. And I want to thank you for allowing us to honor your service by recognizing those who follow in your footsteps.
If I can hold it together long enough just to say a few things. I'm overwhelmed. More than I could say. I want to recognize my family that the Husker rooting section increased significantly this morning because I have family down from Nebraska. My daughter and son-in-law, who's the new 436, my granddaughter, my wife. I don't know that I'd be standing here without my family. My pastor from church and a lot of my church friends are here. It's a very important family to me, too. I've got several guys here that I taught defense tactics with over my 37-year career. Could you guys stand up for me? I bet if we sat down to coffee, we could compare. I just had my 5th joint replacement in my body, so I think I probably got the top of the list on that. And there's one other guy I want to recognize, and that's Chuck. He was a retired Nebraska sergeant, and his daughter married my nephew, and I just was always so pleased to go up and see him. And how many years was it, Chuck? You had 26 years on the Nebraska State Patrol, and he was a sergeant when he retired. So thank you all. I want to thank my family for coming, and all the guys that I worked with, and the people that came before me that influenced me. Man, I can't tell you how this makes me feel. I want to thank Colonel Smith, Colonel Lynn here. I want to thank Major Keener for bringing this all together for me. And I don't want to talk a long time, but I just want to thank everybody that I got to serve with. Be proud of that uniform. Be proud of that badge. I got to do something that I always wanted to do for my career, and you'll miss it when the day comes when it's gone. But it's never really gone because it's always in your heart. And again, I want to thank my family, and I want to thank my friends from church. I want to thank all my friends from the patrol, and that's about all I got to say. And the other thing is I got to thank my Lord and my Savior for picking me up and carrying me through on the days that I didn't think I could make it. And every time he was there with me, and he's there with me today, to this very day. And I will thank you, and I congratulate the first recipient for this award. Just make sure you look at the plaque on how to spell it. And I want to thank you all very much, and God bless you.